How do I tell my wife her cooking is bad? So we have been together for about 6 years and have been married for about 2 of those years. I'm 28 and F 27. We live in a major southern state. So the first time she cooked for me it was awful. I got major food poisoning and was glued to the restroom that day. Now I thought it was a fluke, maybe it was just me overreacting because of how bad it tasted. Second time was the same, and so on and so forth. I try to do the cooking or offer takeout so that she doesn't have to work more than she has to. Ever since Thanksgiving she has been on a cooking spree because she overheard me at the table how much I loved my mom's recipe for green bean casserole and calla greens. So I guess she got the recipe from my mom and tried to make it again for me, and IDK if she strayed from the recipe or what, but it tasted like burnt ash and I stomached it and the seconds she scoffed on my plate. But she has been on a cooking spree and I don't think my insides can take it anymore. I am even okay taking a cooking class with her, but I don't want to start a major fight. Last time I told her I didn't like her new haircut, she went off the deep end. I mean, being bad at cooking is one thing, but either you are exaggerating extremely, or she doesn't know what things can be eaten. Like, how is it even possible to poison you every single time and not herself? However, go to cooking schools. Do it together as a, let us do some quality time thing. Take a cooking class together. I've found that a lot of people just don't understand the chemistry or combination of tastes and will rigorously follow a recipe but never taste or adapt based on what's in front of them. They don't know how, and or they're terrified. Several years ago, my ex-husband grabbed one of my recipes that his kids liked. He made it while I was at work. We sat down for dinner and the kids were all, "This doesn't taste like when she makes it." Dad, husband, was obviously hurt but said, "Well, she makes it with love." But the truth is, he just didn't really know how to cook and taste or consider that this stove isn't the same as that stove and times are general and all that. I'd also get some more directive cookbooks. Grace Young's Breath of the Wok or lots of Alton Brown's recipes are good about explaining things. As for your mom's recipes, there are so many things I make for which there just isn't a set recipe. It depends on the quantity and such. Like, I can't give someone my recipes for deviled eggs, potato salad, or mashed potatoes. It's not a precise endeavor. It's all about taste. Unless you're baking where everything is precise. I don't make anything strictly to a recipe. So, cooking class. Fun activity. More exposure. Lots of guidance. Win-win-win. What is she cooking that is making you so sick? You have to tell her because that is dangerous. I agree on cooking classes. But part of this is about what she's doing. Is she leaving raw meat out? Just mixing gross stuff together? What exactly is the issue with the food? Okay, but if you can't be honest with your wife, then what's the future going to be like? Besides days on the toilet. I say just tell her. You've been through enough hell, my friend. I'm still so confused. If she doesn't say much with her eating her own cooking, how does she react every time you're coming down with food poisoning? She has to know it's coming from her food, right? Is she waiting for you to tell her, or is she so unwilling to accept it she believes your repeat sickness is an unreasonably consistent fluke? Which was my attempt at saying she's incredibly dense. I'm so baffled. You'd be showing signs you're struggling to eat, barfing, and probably PTSD every time she's in the kitchen. Kudos for sticking through this misery though. I really hope the classes help. Honestly, this sounds like Op might have some food sensitivities. Also, that his wife is a bad cook. But that physical reaction to burnt, overseasoned, overcooked food is not normal. If she is also eating it, even if she eats like a rabbit, and not getting sick, then OP should think about getting some testing done. Maybe IBS or gallbladder issues. Or food allergies. The cooking class is not a bad idea actually. It's something for you to bond over and she can learn how to cook lol. Damn bro, not the haircut LMAOOOO. Question. Are you the only one who doesn't like her cooking? You said you got sick the first time. Did she also get sick or anybody else? If you were the only one, are you sure you don't have a food sensitivity that you're not aware of? Does she enjoy the taste of her cooking? You've made it clear in your post that you don't enjoy her cooking. I just wasn't clear if she was making everybody sick, including herself, in which case she would clearly be aware of that. Correct? I will say, if you tell her how horrible you think her cooking is rather than trying to improve, she will probably just never cook for you again. So I would definitely approach the subject delicately. Does she eat the food and feel fine? This isn't helpful, but it's really bothering me. Calla greens? You mean collard greens? When she cooks, she doesn't get sick. Doesn't realis it taste bad? This is too strange. I mean, if is that bad, she would be aware too. Is she bad at cooking for you? Or poisoning you? It sounds like every time you eat her food you get sick and need bed rest. I can picture her thinking, shit. Back to the drawing board. Tears of joy. All jokes aside, try cooking with her. Watch what she's doing directly. Spring this on her as a surprise so she has no time to prepare. I haven't learned any cooking from my mother either. I didn't start cooking till I graduated college last year. But I can follow a recipe. If you follow a recipe step by step, it's hard to give someone food poisoning. With the availability of technology, it's so easy to find articles and videos about different dishes. I just find it hard to believe she can't cool at all. Bless her heart. She's trying. If you don't want to hurt her feelings, cook with her or sign up for classes. To be honest, she may just be a bad cook. And that's okay. But you have to speak up before you die from malnutrition or food poisoning. Hang in there. It might just be time to tell her you love her. She can't cook. And you love her even more for trying. Life is too short to eat bad food. My wife didn't know how to make tea when we met. I taught her how to cook. Have you worked with her cooking together? Calla greens? Like greens from Cali, or do you mean collard greens? This is either extremely exaggerated or she's actively trying to poison you. A dinner prepared by a toddler for the first time certainly wouldn't cause diarrhea or cramps. This feels one-sided. How's your cooking mate? I tell my GF immediately if I don't like the food. Also, some things are more difficult to cook than others. Try easy things first that are difficult to screw up. Then move on to more complicated stuff. Maybe try help her too. If you both mess up a meal, then you can laugh about it and improve together. She's been cooking awful food for you for 6 years and just haven't said anything?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.